Thank you, Chair. My name is Jimmy Megrori Mtawa. I was born, raised in Taita Taveta County, that is Taveta Sub-County, that's 7 years ago. And actually I studied at Maho Primary School in Maho Ward, and then later on joined Timbila High School. And then later on, I was enlisted as in the Kenya Prison Service in the year 2005. And then in the year 2012, I joined Kenya Institute of Studies in Criminal Justice, where I studied a diploma in security management. And then thereafter, I joined Dedan Kimathi University of Technology, whereby I studied a Bachelor of Science in Criminology and Security Management. And actually, I graduated with first class honors in the year 2016. And then later on, I got a scholarship. I was awarded a scholarship by Justice Defenders, whereby I was awarded a scholarship to study Bachelor of Laws at the University of London, that is UK. And I graduated with second class upper division in the year 2019. After my completion of that degree from the University of London, I was then transferred to Kwale County, whereby in Kwale County I'm the legal officer there, whereby my job and roles includes, but not limited to, giving direction to all legal issues in the county, and also issues pertaining to lands. I've experienced in issues pertaining to lands because I've been involving myself in land matters through tutelage of advocates of the High Court. And I have the skills, experience, knowledge to partake this role as the Chief Officer, Lands, Physical Planning, Mining, and Energy. A trustworthy person, very loyal to the role. So I have different achievements which I can say they're exceptionally pertaining to my role as a civil servant in Kenya. For example, in the year 2017, I participated and contributed to the constitutional petition challenging the mandatory death penalty, which was lodged at the High Court of Kenya by committee legal paralegals. Despite that, I also engage myself in training. I'm a trainer, whereby I've been training prison officers all over Kenya on matters pertaining to countering violent extremism in Kenya, also issues to do with land adjudication. So I'm a kind of a person who will always take responsibility for my ongoing professional advancement. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Mtawa, I ask you to be very brief because of time.
Thank you, Chair.
Question 1B. What experience do you have in the following areas? Land economics. What experience do you have in the following areas? Land economics, land survey, energy reticulation, statistics. What experience do you have in the following areas? Land economics, land survey, energy reticulation, statistics, and mining. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For sure, I have experience in these 5 areas, whereby I will respond starting with number 1, that is the land economics. Let me first of all start by defining what is land economics. Land economics is a branch of economics which deals with issue pertaining to land use. So land use, if we are talking about land use, we are trying to say that we need to kind of improve the production of the land. So I have experience in this particular area. For example, I have associated myself with land adjudication, also issues to do with transfer of land, also issues to do with prescriptions, and also issues to do with, let me talk about those ones. So all these are available or are stipulated under the Lands Act, Section 5 of the Lands Act, 2012, whereby, for example, when I'm talking about a transfer, I'm a business person whereby I've engaged myself in transfer of titles after doing clean businesses with individuals, and then also on prescription of land, squatters. We have squatters in Taita Taveta County, whereby mostly have suffered this issue of prescription, that is adverse possession, and for a person to have possession of that land, he must have stayed there for 12 years, for example. So I've been a forefront person, member of Taita Taveta County, to make sure that people have rights according to Article 40 of the Constitution, right to do what? To own land, things like that. And then when I talk about land survey now here is measuring of the land, and also issues to do with knowing the size of the land. So I have experience in this area. For example, in 2021, I was part and parcel of a team, of a delegation that surveyed a piece of land in, let me talk about Saramson land, whereby Saramson land over 2,300 square kilometers of land was issued to people who had settled there for quite some time. So it was part and parcel to that activity. And then energy reticulation. Energy reticulation, this is the process of making sure that all the equipments to do with energy and electricity are there for connectivity purposes. So I have much experience in this area because when I was doing my first degree, that is the Bachelor of Laws in Criminology and Security Management, I did my thesis, that is my research in Busia County, whereby the research was about the research was about the relationship between poor energy reticulation and poor energy reticulation and security, that is security of urban areas. So it was a case study of Busia County. So I was able to join hands with people of Busia County, and actually we sponsored a bill called the Busia County Electricity Reticulation Bill, which later on became an act, that is Busia County Electricity Reticulation Act 2017. So, and then statistics. Statistics it's an area of probability. So this is one of my units in my first degree, that is criminology and security management, whereby I study statistics. For example, when I was doing my research in Busia County, there was a probability that poor reticulation of energy or of electricity causes what we call poor security in urban areas. So, and then in mining, I also have massive experience in this area. For example, I have done businesses pertaining mining in Mkuki and Kamtonga here in Taita Taveta County, Mwatate Sub-County. Also, I have colleagues and partners in Siaya County, whereby they do gold mining business. And actually, in that process, there is a process called process of mining, that is gold, starting from collection of material, and then after that, there is what we call leaching, and then what we call the final stage. So I have a massive experience in these areas, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. The next question, 1C, goes to Honorable Kimuyu.
Mtawa. Hello. Hello. Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Chair, through the Chair.
Karibu, welcome.
Thank you so much.
I have 2 questions for
Yes,
you.
yes, kindly.
Just relax. Relax. The first question, what are the reasons as to why the process of land education to tilting takes longer in Taita Taveta as of identifying as compared to other counties, and how do you plan to overcome these challenges? I need to repeat again. What are the main reasons as to why the process of land education to tilting takes longer in Taita Taveta as compared to other counties? And another question, how do you plan to overcome these challenges? Welcome.
Thank you, Chair. Land adjudication is captured under the Land Adjudication Act, that is Cap 284. And actually, we have a massive problem in Taita Taveta pertaining land adjudication, because many people, for example, you have only 35% of the citizens of Taita Taveta County have title deeds, and that's a fact. So many people until now depends on a customary law tenure, because we have different tenures of land. That is, we have freehold, and we also have what we call lease, and also customary, as I've mentioned. So this is a great challenge in our county, because there are a lot of procedures and laws which someone has to follow, or the Minister of Lands has to follow. For example, the Cabinet Secretary is the one who initiates the procedure of land adjudication, whereby he has to form an education team and appoint the education officer, and the county commissioner also has to. There must be a county that committee chaired by the county commissioner in our jurisdiction, that is Taita Taveta County. So this is a major problem, and we can curb this problem by, first of all, embracing what we call the Community Act 2016. In Community Act 2016, Section 47 of that act talks about group ranches, for example. So we can employ this act, this particular act, and sensitize the community on land adjudication, and I think we'll be solving this problem once and for all, because this is a major issue, as I've said earlier. Many lands in Taita Taveta County has to persevere this. I know they have been persevering this, our citizens. And also the disputes themselves also between landowners and those people who are claiming the land also are reasons why we have a problem in Taita Taveta County as compared to other counties. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question goes to Honorable Mwamidi.
Sorry, Chair. Is another question that is not asked.
He didn't answer the whole questions.
No, there is one that has not been. I didn't ask, but you can just give me opportunity to ask. The D part of it. Amandio ya Mwamidi.
D question goes to Mwamidi.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yes. Mwamidi, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Chair. My name's is over here on your left. My name's Jimmy Mwamidi. I'm the MCA for the local area of Ndanyimbale wards. I'll take this question, and it relates to revenue generation from the department you'll be engaged in, assuming you go through. So how is the county government going to generate revenue from the following? Kindly highlight your role as a CCO in each. Land, 1. 2, precious minerals of high value. 3, energy. 4, physical planning. Have you gotten all of them, or I can repeat?
Thank you, Chair. As I answer this question, how is county government of Taita Taveta going to generate revenue? Let me begin with how we can generate revenue through land. So, land is one of the most useful resources human being can have. So, in Taita Taveta, we have massive land, that is 17,000 hectares of land in Taita Taveta. That is 17,000 kilometers. And we can generate revenue by applying what you call the revised Taita Taveta County valuation roll. Article 209 of the Constitution allows the county governments to collect rents, that is land rates, and any kind of revenue to the public, of course. So when we invoke the revised Taita Taveta County valuation roll, I think we'll be in a good position to collect revenue in our county. And then precious minerals. So we are lucky as a county to have precious minerals like the green garnets, tourmaline, and those other kind of minerals in Voi sub-county, of course, like Kasigao, here in Mwatati sub-county also, and other areas. So in this area, we will ensure that we invoke section 183 of the Mining Act 2016, which gives the county government an opportunity to collect royalties from miners and investors in mining. So whereby it is stipulated that 70% is supposed to go to the national government, and then 20% to go to the county government, and then 10% to the community around. That is through application of what we call CSR. So we can employ that initiative and collect revenue in precious mining. Also, we can do this by when the Void Gemstone Center, when it's in completion, we can also try to add value to our gemstones and collect revenue from that end. And then in energy, as Taita Taveta County and the Department of Lands, Physical Planning, Mining and Energy, we can be able to collect revenue in this sector by, first of all, applying what you call Section 5 of the Energy Act 2019, whereby Section 5 talks about having what you call energy plan. So by having an energy plan, we can be able to save a lot of revenue from doing away with unwanted planning in energy. So revenue, so that we can be able to improve our economy. So we can improve that by application of that of energy plan, or application of the energy plan as stipulated under Section 5 of the Energy Act. And then physical planning. We can also be able to generate revenue from physical planning. For example, we can improve void. We can be able to have greater land rates, whereby we can charge our business people there. So that will also be a revenue collection in that end. So thank you so much.
Chair. Yes.
Just
Yes.
one clarity on the same.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry. On the energy, the question was on revenue generation. You elaborated on a saving plan, which is okay. Do you have any point around revenue generation on the energy aspect of your department?
Thank you, Chair. As you have said, I've talked about savings. I'm sure that if you save, you'll be generating income. But we can also expand this by employing some techniques in renewable energy, like now solar energy, whereby we can be able to generate income from there, from that end. I think I've answered you. Thank you.
Thank you. Sound. Thank you. The next question, which is number 2, goes to Honorable Dorcas Mlugu.
Thank you, Chairman. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Good afternoon, through the chair.
My name is Dorcas Mlugu.
Thank you.
I have a question for you. Sure. How relevant is your qualification to this appointment that you're being interviewed this afternoon? May I repeat, please?
Continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. So the question is, how relevant is my qualification to this appointment as the Chief Officer, Lands, Physical Planning, Mining and Energy? For sure, I have relevant qualification in this role. As I've said, I'm a holder of 2 degrees and also a diploma. My first degree, as I've said, is on criminology and security management. And then also have a degree that is a bachelor degree, that is a Bachelor of Laws. I'm a lawyer by profession, and if you observe all these, the department itself, land and the physical planning, mining and energy, it requires somebody who is averse to matters pertaining law, because we have been seeing this problem over and over. That is someone sitting in an office, maybe having a particular qualification, let's say for example energy, because these 4 areas here, it is very difficult to get someone who has all these qualifications cutting across. Let's say having a degree in land survey, for example, precious, energy, another one in physical planning, and another one in mining. Okay, so but mine cuts across as a legal officer, and also I have experience, massive experience, as I earlier said, or I earlier talked about, in lands. I have been adjudicating land. I have been associated with transfer of lands. I have been associated with land prescriptions, and in mining, as I have said also, I have massive experience in that area. I have visited different mining counties like Busia, like that is Siaya County, and also here in Taita Taveta I have engaged in businesses and also issues to do with trying to elevate the miners who are the artisanal small scale miners. I've tried to do this by now providing equipment on my own level as a citizen of Taita Taveta County. So I think I have much experience in this role.
Sorry, Mr. Jimmy.
Yeah, thank you.
The question is, how relevant are your qualifications to this appointment? You have the experience, yes, as you put it. I was just looking at your CV.
Yeah.
So I want to understand, how relevant will you be in that position?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Kindly explain this to the committee. And then be brief.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Chair.
So, if you can look at my CV, I am a legal officer at Kwale County. And as a legal officer, we do with different kinds of cases, of course. And land adjudication is one of the area which I am conversant with. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question goes to my co-chair, Amos.
Thank you. Jimmy, I have a quick one for you.
Thank you.
And this is regarding one of the areas that will be in your area if at all you succeed to become the CCO. And this is according to the 4th schedule of the Constitution of Kenya. Electricity is a devolved function. How will you deal with Kenya Power in that respect? That is the question. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. For sure, electricity is a default function, and it issues to do with energy. And but here in Taita Taveta County, we don't have anywhere whereby we directly produce electricity in Taita Taveta County. That is the Kenya Power specifically works their mandate under the national government here. So, however, I will collaborate with the national government to ensure that we make electricity a devolved function. Because if you look at Section 193 of the Energy Act 2019 talks about the effectiveness of county governments in making sure that electricity is sufficient to the people. So that's what I'll be doing. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Our next question goes to Honorable Steve.
Through the chair, good afternoon, Mr. Jimmy.
Good afternoon to you, through the chair.
Stephen Zai Mkala is my name.
Thank
MCA from Marungu. I have one question for you. On matters energy, where is the overlap between the mandates of the county and the Energy Regulatory Authority?
Between the county and?
The Energy Regulatory Authority.
Thank you, Chair. There is an overlap between the Energy Regulating Authority and county governments, for sure. And the 5th schedule of the Energy Act 2019 stipulates some overlapping scenarios. For example, it talks about issues to do with energy regulation in the national government and also county energy regulation. It talks about issues to do with planning in the national government and also county energy planning. So there is this overlap, but the Energy Regulatory Authority is fully responsible in issues pertaining to the regulatory principles in this particular area. Thank you so much. Chair.
Be considerable of the time. Huh? We are running short of time, so kindly be very brief so that you can be able to answer all the questions.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, my co-chair. The next question goes to Honorable Peter Shambi.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Chair. Good afternoon, Mr. Jimmy.
Good afternoon to you.
My name is Peter Shambi. I'm the Chair Implementation Committee and also a member of the Environment Committee. My question is very simple. What type of renewable energy are you looking up to having the county embrace and why? What types of renewable energy are you looking to having the county embrace and why? Is that clear?
Sure, it is clear. Thank you, Chair. Reliable energy that I'm looking to embrace in the county and why, I'll be looking at solar energy. I'll also be looking at wind energy. And also I'll be looking at hydro electricity energy, hydroelectric energy. This is because renewable energy it cannot be exhausted, and you can use it over and over again compared to non-renewable energy like gas and petroleum. So I think this will be very efficient in Taita Taveta County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chair.
Thank you. The next question goes to Honorable Mwambi.
Thank
Mwambi.
you, Chair. Good afternoon, Mr. Jimmy Mtawa.
Good afternoon to you.
Okay, my name is Bryson Mwambi, MCS Agala, and also Chair Water Committee in the County Assembly. So my question goes like this: what is the role of the county government? What is the role of the county government in the mining sector? That is part one. Role of the county government in the mining sector, and also what is the role of the county government in mining in national parks in the county. Two questions in one, part one and two. Are you okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Chair. So the first question was the role of county government in the mining sector. The county government plays a crucial role in the mining sector. For example, Section 183 of the Mining Act 2016 talks about issues to do with royalties, paying of royalties by the investors in mining. So by application of this section, it means that our people or the nearby communities will be able to get services like the CSR, that is corporate social responsibilities. So, and the county government will be there to adhere to that principle. And then the role of county assembly in mining at national parks in the county. So, we also have minings in the national park. Although the national parks are a restricted area, but if the county government has a license in that, it means that we can be able to make sure that we make our minings, and also, but don't without endangering the species in the parks. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you. Our next question goes to Honorable Nancy.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Nancy, a member to Lands Committee. My question is, in your view, what is the role of the GEM Center in Voi? In your view, what is the role of the GEM Center in Voi? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. The GEM Center in Voi will play a very crucial role in the mining sector of our beautiful county. We'll be able to do what you call adding valuation to the minings, so that our miners and the local artisanal miners will be able to have value for their products, that is the minerals. So there will be what you call that is value addition, from the Gemstone Center in Voi. Thank you so much, Chair.
Thank you. Next question goes to Honorable Lillian.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Honorable Lillian Machocho Kidali, member of Mining and Environment Committee. What interventions do you think the county government can institute to build the capacity of small-scale miners in the county? What interventions do you think the county government can institute to build the capacity of small-scale miners in the county?
Thank you, Chair. We as the county government of Taita Taveta will be responsible in making sure that small-scale miners get equipment so that they can be able to perform their duties without hesitation. So equipments will be providing equipments if I get that position to be the chief officer, that is lands, mining, physical planning, and energy. And also I will be sensitizing them in making sure that they follow some stipulated regulations in the mining sector. Also, if I get this opportunity, I'll be able to introduce what you call artificial intelligence, whereby this is a machine which can be able to read and study structural geological developments inside the rocks, instead of using what they are doing now, what you call traditional method, that is. So I think I'll be able to also to work with the artificial intelligence mechanisms and providing equipment for small scale miners. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. The next question, our next question goes to Honorable Mabishi.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Mabishi Joseph Kirubai, MCA Chabia Ward, and I have one question for you.
Thank you, Chair.
What are the quick wins as far as county physical planning is concerned? What are the quick wins as far as county physical planning is concerned?
Kindly repeat the second word. That is quick what? Quick wings.
Wins.
Wings. Wings. Needs.
Wins.
Needs,
Wins.
Spell, kindly.
W-I-N-S.
Oh, wins. Thank you so much. As far as county physical planning is responsible. So the first thing which I'll be doing in office when I get this opportunity is to formulate what we call the county spatial planning, as stipulated under Section 110 of the County Government Act 2012. And then the second one is to try and formulate the Physical Planning Act, that is Taita Taveta County Physical Planning Act, that is sponsoring a bill on the same. Those are the two things which I think will win together as the county government of Taita Taveta when we do with them. Thank you, Chair.
The next question goes to Honorable Sakina.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Mr. Jimmy.
Good afternoon to you.
My name is Sakina Kusania, a member of Committee and Mining. My question is, what is the ideal relationship between your docket and the Taita Taveta County Investment and Development Corporation? Between your docket and Taita Taveta County Investment and Development Corporation.
Thank you, Chair. For sure, there is a great relationship between the Department of Lands, Physical Planning, Mining and Energy, and the most recent act, that is the Taita Taveta County Investment and Development Corporation Act 2022. Through the board, that is the investment board, the Department of Lands, Physical Planning and Mining will be able to work with them and ensure that we develop our municipalities so that we can get more revenue on the same. And also we can do this, we can work together with the board in ensuring that we work in the energy sector in bringing kind of revenue in the energy sector, because I'm sure working with this board will take us some steps ahead. than if the board was not there, for example. So decisions to do with the investments in our area, in the department, will go hand in hand, or will be working together with this board, the investment board. Thank you so much, Chair.
Thank you. Our leader of the minority party will take question 6(1) and 6A.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Allow me to pose the following question. I think my name is Newton Salim, for the purpose of record. Kindly tell us, how would you handle a stalemate where a landowner refuses to allow access to a county project undertaken on his land? I repeat, how will you handle a stalemate where a landowner refuses to allow access to a county project undertaken on his land? That is one. The other question is, kindly share your views on the expediency of the resolutions by the Cabinet Secretary for mining on the iron ore in Kishushe. Kindly share your views on the expediency of the resolutions by the Cabinet Secretary for mining on the iron ore in Kishushe. And the last one, kindly try to explain to us the nature of your law degree, because the entire of the law degree, it only comprises of only 12 units. That is the entire bachelor's degree, which is equivalent to one semester in Kenya universities, the LLB courses. So try to explain to us how one can be awarded, how were you awarded the bachelor's degree in law for only doing a one semester, which is in Kenya equivalent, and through your qualification, how possible to you to be admitted to Kenya School of Law? Kindly explain to us to clear the air.
Thank you, Chair. Let me first of all start with the last matter which the honorable member has brought here before, about the nature of law degree. My law degree is from the University of London, UK, whereby per year what is stipulated is that one is supposed to take 4 units per year. So in Kenyan studies might be different, but in the UK, that is the stipulation. You go to any university, you go to University of London, you go to Cambridge University, you go to Oxford University, that is the stipulation. So 12 units. So here in Kenya might be different, but that's the thing, that's the way it is. And we studied for equivalent to 3 years. 3 years, that is the stipulation of it in terms of time. So I think this question about the 12 units, I don't know if it's something which will disturb you, but I don't think so, because that is the stipulation from the UK. And then pertaining now to Kenya School of Law and qualification, as per now, I am a lawyer by profession. In law, you start by studying the degree itself. That is the Bachelor of Law. And then later on, you can now go to study diploma. Diploma in law, that is in the Kenya School of Law. Actually, I've not attended the Kenya School of Law, but I'm a lawyer by profession, and that is, the law degree is my second degree. My first degree is a first-class honors degree in Bachelor of Science in Criminology and Security Management. So that is the clarification on that. And then on question number 1, which you asked about landowner refusing to allow access to a county project. And yeah, okay. If a landowner refuses to allow access to a county project, and this landowner is the bona fide owner of that land, will talk this to this individual and try to purchase this land, and in case he refuses, there is what we call compulsory accusation, but this should not happen on all the times, but on specific and minimum times, whereby we can employ Section 107 and Section 107G of the Lands Act, which talks about a compulsory accusation of a land. And then question 2 on the views on resolution about the Cabinet Secretary for Mining in Iron or in Kishushe. I think that was a very positive move our Cabinet Secretary on Lands, that is Honorable Mvuria, did, because at least the miners or community members in Kishushe will be able to get some benefits from the mining of ore in that particular area. And we saw that at least there was a stipulation of 30 million arrears, if I'm not wrong, of the same. So I think it's a positive move, and we'll embrace that. Thank you so much, Chair.
Thank you. Our next question goes to Chairperson of Committees, who is our able Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Chair. Mwadime Chao is my name, and a member to this committee. I have a number of questions, and I'd like you to note them down. But before I get there, the Chief Officer is an accounting officer for that department. And
sorry, come again, kindly.
The Chief Officer is the accounting officer for the department. So it means that if you go through, you'll become the accounting officer for that department. So maybe you tell us, what do you understand as to be your roles as the chief officer, being the accounting officer for the department? So highlight the roles of the accounting officer in that department, being the CCO, and particularly matters finance. Particularly matters finance. We'll need that to come out clearly. Then the other thing that I'd like you to look at is on boundaries. You'll be at the center of it. So what will be your remarks concerning the boundary disputes that we have? So you need to highlight all that you know, the boundary disputes that we have, their stages, and possible solutions. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, as I answer these pertinent 2 questions. So let me start with question number 1 about the roles of accounting officer. Through the stipulation of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, it gives us the roles of an accounting officer of each department. For my sake, the Department of Mining, Lands, Physical Planning, and Energy. So the first role, the accounting officer or the CEO will be responsible in all matters of finance in that department. Is the person who will be signing all documents pertaining to giving out of money, for example. And then also the second role of an accounting officer is to ensure that the procurement of this department is done within the stipulation of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2016. And then another role of an accounting officer is to ensure that we work within the budget that has been stipulated by the CIDP, that is County Integrated Development Plan, which is actually, it has been captured under the County Government Act 2012, Section 104, which says that any budget of the county department must be done within the CIDP stipulation and the budget that is stipulated under it. CIDP is a 5-year term project within the county that deals with issues pertaining to planning of the entire county. So those are the roles of a chief officer, and more. There are others, but because of time, yeah, can stay those on. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Sorry, there's this second question, which I almost forgot. I'm sorry, Chair. Let me respond to this about the honorable member or the deputy speaker asked about the disputes pertaining Taita Taveta County and the neighboring counties, that is Makueni County, that is Kajiado County, and the Kwale County. We have a problem in Makinon Road within Taita Taveta and Kwale County, and also we also have a problem or a dispute in Makueni County bordering Taita Taveta, that is Tito Andei, and also in those other parts of Rombo. So I know much about these disputes, and there was a petition which was taken to the parliament by Okia Mtata, petition number 33 of 2021, which tried to initiate the parliament to engage in this issue of land dispute between in Taita Taveta, because there were 76 citizens of Taita Taveta who were complaining. So he was taking this a petition on behalf of these members. They were saying that they pay taxes in these two different counties, Taita Taveta and Makueni, in these counties that I'm talking about. So, but now, the parliament look at this matter. Since Omkia Mtata was basing his argument on Article 188 of the Constitution, which talks about Article 188 of the Constitution talks about this dispute must be between two different governments, level of governments. That is the national government and the county governments, or between county government and another county government. So, but this matter had been brought by individual citizens of Taita Taveta County. So under that stipulation, it was not possible to do what? To aid these people. I'm sorry, ratification, that is Article 188, 189. So Article 188, on the other hand, of the Constitution, talks about now the Parliament, the National Assembly, has the power to do what? To look at the issue of boundaries between county governments. But on this matter, it is not about the county level. It is about constituencies. So this was not possible. So under that petition, what came through is that the members of those who petition against this matter have to either use the IEBC to assist them in this matter, or what they also need to do is to try, the county government should bring this matter as a disputed party. But they have, first of all, to undergo what you call mediation, the mediation process. They have to exhaust all these mediation processes, the traditional mediation processes, the ADR, that is alternative dispute resolutions, which they have to conduct that. So, and this is covered under the Intergovernmental Relations Act 2012, Section 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. So, that's where we are now. But I am sure this matter might be within in courts, but have to follow it until later on. So the solutions which we have to do in this matter is to try and first of all start with mediations.
Be brief, Mr. Mtawa.
Thank you, Chair. You know, the honourable member told me to talk about all what I know about this this area of law and dispute. So thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair.
The final question, Mr. Mtawa.
Chair,
be very brief. Yes, yes,
Chair,
Mr. Diaz.
Before I exit, I've gone through the CV of Bwana Jimmy. I'm a little bit confused. Somewhat confused. What is Jimmy? Or who is Jimmy? I'm not good at English or in English, whatever preposition. So, is Jimmy a lawyer? Is Jimmy a security expert? Is Jimmy a lands expert? So, who is Jimmy? Because you ask me, I'll tell you Anselm is a logistician. Hiyo ingine unachana nayo. So, what is Jimmy?
Thank you, Chair. Jimmy can be described by the words which the honorable member has used. Jimmy is a lawyer. Jimmy is a security expert. Jimmy is a land expert. Because, as I earlier said...
Thank you, Chair. I think that suffices, because I understand in professions, when you're having like a T arrangement of your career, the T, that is the first or the taller part of the T, is your main or your first line of training. Then what comes on the top is what comes to complement your first line of training. So I needed to understand. I have done also other courses to complement my first line of training. But when I'm asked what I am, I'll talk of my first line of training. So between the areas that you have tried to discuss, what is your main area of practice or your main area of expertise?
Thank you, Chair.
Just in very brief, like in 2 seconds.
My main area of expertise after attaining the Bachelor's of Laws degree is issues to do with the law. I'm a legal officer at Kwale County in the prisons department.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Mtawa. Be very brief to the last question, please. The next question goes to Honorable Co-Chair Amos.
The last question: of all land matters that have been bedeviled Taita Taveta County, which will you consider to have a good ending?
Thank you, Chair. As I respond, I want to be so brief as you have instructed. I think to all issues pertaining to land disputes. I think Sam Ramson had a very good ending because people were settled in area of 2,300 hectares. So that was a very good ending. And I can also say that the Singila Majengo area had also a good ending. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. On the interest of time, Honorable Member Mzuga, it seems you have a question. Is it so that we cannot do without question? Because we are chasing time, we are already bad on time.
No, Mr. Chair, I had a question, but it's not burning.
Okay.
It's not burning, yeah.
So let me give this opportunity to our nominee. You can give us your parting shot before I can make the final remarks.
Thank you, Chair. I appreciate so much sitting before this honorable assembly to discuss my suitability in this position as the Chief Officer Lands, Physical Planning, Mining and Energy. And actually, it was also a learning experience having discussed with you here. There are those questions which also will stand as a challenge to me, which will enable me have a soft running when I'll be conducting my duties and responsibilities as Chief Officer Lands, Physical Planning and Energy, if you give me this opportunity, that is. So thank you so much. And I'm the kind of person who will make sure that I work for the people of Taita Taveta County. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, our nominee, Jimmy, on behalf of the team that is here, representing the two committees, the Lands and the Mining Committee. I take this opportunity to appreciate and applaud you for the milestone and your contribution towards this session. We look forward to meeting you again, either as a CCO or as a citizen of this good county of ours, Taveta County. With those few remarks, I want to wish you all the best and good luck as you pursue your next move, either to serve us, the county, or as a capacity as an individual. And we're looking forward to interact with you. All the best, and as you walk, you can have a safe journey. Thank you so much, and welcome back.
Thank you, Chair.